We back with that regular scheduled programming solve analysis. It's been a bit. We got clqw up today. Check them out. clqw is pretty legit. We got 7x7, 245 MENA 3. Best part, center solution, at least when not speed solving. Edge pairing, turning through right through look ahead. Too many rotations in edge pairing. Cubing since 08. Who is this actually? Cubing since 08, 245, 7 average. I don't know who this is. This is someone I probably would recognize the name of if I knew their actual name. 230-ish by end of February if possible. That's very soon. Okay. National Championship, but National Champion seems impossible right now. I don't know what nation you're from. So that to me seems difficult. I forget what I wrote in our previous submission, but probably fastest I can be in long term after Singapore Champs, which is end of February, I'm assuming. Lesser time to practice now due to uni. Let's see. This previous one was sub 240 to 230 for short term. Have more time this period to do winter break. All right. Let's see what's up. All right. So we got some solve analysis. Wait a second. Okay, yeah. Let me shift this over because he's a little. There we go. All right, we got. What we got in the start? We got blues looking. We got. Wait, let me see the whole thing. Let's check out what he does actually, so we can. Got green. Okay, green first. Green first. Okay, Singapore. Singapore champs this weekend. Who's rank 1 in Singapore? Janelle Low. Oh, it's 6x6 now. I don't know. Janelle Low, 223. Oh, that's pretty fast. Yeah, that's quite quick. Yeah, 223 is the real deal. All right. So let's see. So we got green on deck. It's not that bad for the first 2 bars. I feel like there's a better way to do it without rotations. What's he doing? That's alright. It's alright. I'm liking the TPS here. Very smooth. Very consistent. Good TPS. I like that stuff. Okay, so when you're in this specific position, let me go ahead and let's see. We got clqw is pretty quick, so we're gonna go into some pretty detailed stuff. When you're in, let me build a center real quick. Alright, so clqw's got basically exactly. He's got this case right here. So you see he's got this white bar. First center's already done. He's got a white bar right here. We got 1 piece left. And he's looking for. He's got this bar that he's trying to save here, and he's got this middle piece here. And instead of he's like, oh, I don't want to mess up this bar, which is smart. He's like, he goes to find the other last middle piece on like this face right here or something like that. But in this position, if you're already holding the cube like this, you can just go like this. Boom. And that's maybe more moves, maybe not. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then insert. But there's no rotation. I definitely think that's better. Another note, just in this specific case. I don't like the idea. I don't like the fact that you go for the middle bar first here. So you're right here, right? Whoops, 1 sec. Doesn't matter. I don't like the fact that you're going for middle bar first here. You're right in this position right here. So you have you have this. You got a whole bar down here, and you got, out of the pieces that would be in the middle bar, you have one. So there's just this one piece right here. Not only, you don't even need to pull this piece out right here because there's 4 pieces and you need 2 to make the middle bar. There's one here and there's one here. So there's still 2 left. But I'd recommend this in this spot, don't like go for the middle bar. Just go straight, like build something like that, and then you're fine to the middle bar later. Building middle bar first is something I see a lot of people at this speed kind of be locked into doing, and it's like a good habit to have as a newer cuber because it's like really, like the reason you do it is so you don't have to think about tracking your middle pieces and whatnot, and you don't have to do some awkward slice moves later. But as you get a lot better, you should be able to track that type of stuff. You don't have to do middle bar first. I think I have a whole video about this. Alright, good stuff. Good stuff. Save the orange. Orange next. That's alright. That's interesting. Alright, so here he didn't do middle bar first, which I like. He saved it for later. Whoa, whoa, whoa. What's the motivation to switch here? Like, yellow's not that much better than white. Like, white isn't bad here in this position. I would have just gone straight for white. Also, if you are going to do this switch, this awkward rotation like this rotation, just like, the speed of the rotation was like, you gotta be faster with, like, dude, the hands, like, the actual rotation of the cubes gotta be a little faster. Or, like, I don't know how I do it. I don't really do that, but yeah. Yeah. Alright, good. A lot of slice moves there, but hard to tell if they were avoidable. Good, nice. Those are, yeah. Was that like a really lucky case or something fancy? Because that was really good. It just looks like it just kind of lined up like that. But good use of taking advantage of that. Good use of taking advantage of that easy stuff. Oh, we got an M slicer. An M slicer. All right, this is gonna be a little harder to track here. But interesting. These are also looking fairly smooth. I'm liking them so far. They just do like it is significantly different from what I normally do, so it's a little bit harder for me to look at this stuff just because I'm not used to M slicing at all. Even though I hypothesize that it's a little bit better on the top end. Alright, nice cycle usage. What is this blue cross? Interesting. Interesting. Let's go check this out. Is that 130 for centers? Yeah, that one, the edges and thread 3 looked pretty solid on that. That was pretty solid. I didn't think L4U was that bad. clqw says I'm gonna cringe, but I think it was overall generally fine. There's only like this first move right here is the one I was questionable on. Like, you did slice up slice to essentially just get to this position, And then another slice. You 2 slice up slices just to set up. Alright, 1 sec. Oops. Oops. This one right here is. Looks like a bad L4E case, anyways, but still. Alright, so we did 1 slice up slice to get to this position, which is... This is a position where 3 pieces are already on 1 bar, and, like... This usually happens. I think the case is pretty poor, and so this might have been the best you can get, but... Usually with a cycle, like, usually there's something better lying around, even in bad cases. And then, like, 2 slice up slices and an MU2 M prime is just too much to build your first bar. Your first edge out of your last 4 should be coming together way faster than that, so... You spend a little more time looking and seeing like what's available, although that case did look pretty poor. After that, it looks like slice up slices used reasonably, and then a cycle used well, so I like that stuff. That was good. The rest of that I thought was pretty solid. Just the first edge and last 4 was really inefficient. Let's see what we got. What color we got? 119 centers, 102 edges. That's pretty good. Yeah. Alright, blue. We're going blue. Blue for sure. That was nice. I like that. That was good. Good stuff. Man, yeah, TPS here is really nice. I'm really liking the TPS. Is a good amount. This would be like a good example solve to show those nubs who think they have to turn at 10 TPS to go fast, and they totally don't. The only, like, honestly, it's so smooth that this is like what I'd recommend. Kind of, okay, this is actually kind of odd. This double bar building. So this kind of thing where you build 2 bars down here, there's some pros and cons to it. Obviously, one is that the pro is that you only have to do a rotation to insert once instead of twice. But the con is that since you build this outer bar first and you have these 2 pieces on top, if you had inserted that, you'd have had more pieces to play with. I'm not really sure how I feel about this. No one really does it, and it kind of restricts your movement. I think, if I had to guess, I don't think it's the greatest idea except in very rare cases, and you've already used it twice in a row where I don't really think those cases applied, so I'm not saying it's bad, but if I had to guess, I don't think it's really good, but I think you're fine. You can get away with it for sure, but I'm not 100% confident on that kind of deal. Yeah, it's a pretty good example of correct turning speed. Like, this probably is like completely fluid turning speed. Honestly, I would like. It looks like you're tracking your pieces pretty well here during your solve and whatnot. I would honestly recommend maybe even trying to go like not like during competition, but like during practice, turning just a little bit faster, just to kind of push it to see what you're capable of, to see can you still hold it together while you're turning a little faster. If you can't, that's fine, but what the hell is that? What the okay, no. Wait, what? Okay, so this is the yellow center right here, and you have this yellow bar already done, so put it on the left, all the way on the left. I don't know why you're doing red. Like, yellow is clearly fine. And then you build 2 red bars. Like, I'm confused what's going on. The red bars came together pretty quick, but you already had a yellow bar, so the second yellow bar was going to come together very quick as well. Let's check it out. Where did we got here? The second yellow bar can be made almost instantly. Yeah, so definitely would have done like you plus you do red. If you're gonna do your last two, okay. So on the chance that you do like have red be way easier, don't do that rotation. Just build the entire thing on the U face. You just gotta be able to get used to it. If you're gonna do that, don't do that. Rotation's like killer. It's like a whole second at least, maybe two. Build red on top. It's not that bad. But in this case, you definitely should have done yellow, for sure. Also, right here, if you're in this case right here, do R wide 3. You like literally you move it to the left, you insert it on the right, then you move it to the left. If you just done R wide 3 prime, F2, R wide 3, that would have done the same thing, but way less moves. Alright, that was good. That was good. Yeah, clqw, you didn't see yellow. The thing is, you should always be looking for yellow because yellow is the next center. Like, yellow and red aren't equal in that position because yellow is the one directly in front of you. So yellow has huge priority. Red has to be way, way, way easier for you to actually want to do red. Or you have to be really good at building on U. Actually, being able to build on U and F is the best, but most people can't, so... It's really hard for me to look at the more intricacies in these first 8 edges. Honestly, the fluidity looks really nice. It's really hard for me to kind of see it's hard for me to track them as well, so... The fluidity and the general speed at which pieces are coming together looks pretty good, so I'm going to assume that the selection is good as well, but it's kind of hard. I'm just going to wait for the last 8. They look solid. These look pretty good, yeah. Alright, those were some fucking batshit easy last 4 edges. Holy crap, those are so easy. Alright, there's nothing to even analyze in edges like that. Those are like some of the easiest last 4 edges I've ever seen. Those are nuts. That was odd. Let's look at the TPS relative to the rest of the solve versus this OLL. Like, the TPS is pretty consistent. It might speed up a little bit on 3x3. But, like, then the TPS in this OLL is, like right there. It's, like, you get, like, I'm confused. Like, also, this G-perm, the big cube version of this G-perm, shouldn't be done with any keyboard. You do, like, 3 rotations. It's, 0 rotations. 1. Boom. Make sure you do it like that. Yeah, pretty solid. Overall, pretty solid stuff. Oops. Let's see. This is like these are one of those there's less information to go on just because the fundamentals are pretty good. What is really what you want to see? Like, you want to see like not being able to give too much like huge sweeping advice because that means you've been practicing wrong before. But yeah, you want to don't do wide train. Make sure you just look up. You can look up the big cube version of those Alex with the D moves if you want to see them written out. But they're the same Alex just with D's. What is that? Wait, what the hell? Oh, green 3x5 on the middle. I see. So this was a kind of a slow green 3 bars, I have to say. 638. It was 11 seconds for 3 bars. So that selection, I don't think the green is the best selection here. Like, I don't really see anything that would make this green 3x5 in the middle like that great. I like almost see nothing. There's just one 3x1. There's definitely some better options here, but like that gave you a 2x3. That was like a 2x3, and like, for that many moves, you should be expecting at least a 3x3 if you're going to go for this. Because, like, yeah, just a lot of moves. Also, okay, so right here. So, assuming you're already in this position, you have a 3x3, you have a 4x3 right here, right? I just build it. So, yeah, you basically have a 4x3 right here. You have a 4x3 right here, and you have a 4x1 that you're moving up as well. And you made this, like, kind of L-looking thing. In this position, you want to be able to use the fact that you have this extra corner and just go ahead and make a 4x4. Then you can make another 4x1 to make a 5x4, and then you finish off with your final bar. If you have an extra corner, always just throw it on there. Stuff like that. Right here, there's no reason. So you're in this position right here, and you should be already able to see that this bar, A, you should already know that this bar is empty. There's no green pieces here. B, you should be able to see it from this position. And C, there's never, you should never, ever, ever be holding the first center you're solving or the center you're solving on F like this. Like, there's nothing to gain from this. You already know, like, you know everything. Like, that's just never happened. You know, you should already know it's there. That you can't do that ever. This is weird. I definitely think in this specific position, doing both of these bars definitely hurt you specifically because you're working around this bar, you're like rebuilding it, and then you're going into here, and then so that worked out, but. In this position, I'd highly recommend. So you have this bar right here, and what's nice is in this position you already have. You can easily pull down this 2x1. Okay, assume you don't have this. This is just the middle bar. You can pull down this 2x1 and then build your middle bar next very easily, which is kind of what you like a really nice transition and what you want to go for. Building those two bars in this position like definitely was a detriment, I'd say. Like quick first bar, nice work. Insert it, pull these two pieces down. Build your middle bar next, and then build an outer bar, and you can pull down these two pieces also. But kind of an unfortunate circumstance here, but it's still like really fluid with what you're doing, which is nice, but there's just some better options here. Those 2x... I'm not the biggest fan of the 2x... The second 2x5 was way better, but it's just kind of unnecessary. Building 2x5s as two 5x1s kind of defeats the purpose. Like, going for a 2x5 is kind of the point is that you have a bunch of 2x1s that kind of naturally fall together or some 2x2s, but it's kind of just odd. I don't think it helps too much. That was a nice first red 2x5. That was good. There's some good M-slice finger tricks. This is now the third time in maybe fourth time in 3 solves that I've seen you do this rotation where you flip it around. Like yellow, what's yellow? Yellow's not even good. That was a double slice like to get the first bar like. And white's better. I can see the bottom on white. Yeah, you should have just gone for white. Like that rotation's like really slow. You got to go for white there. White was better anyways. Independent of the fact that yellow had that rotation, you got to go for white there. I really don't like those rotations unless something is insanely easier, because usually it takes like a whole second to rotate, and that's like a lot of time. Alright, that was a good 2x5 on left. Nice. A little bit of a hesitation there. I'm not sure if this was a lockup or you were unsure what was going on. Like, nice 2x5, really like that. You pull that down, but then it takes a little long to figure out what you're doing with this bar right here. Like right here, just move these two pieces straight up. Boom, middle bar is done. Just a little bit of a hesitation there, which isn't great, but same right there. Another thing right there. Right here, this specific case on top. You should know immediately, pair this kind of corner here, pair this wing But then, oh, now you like did the wrong way. Now you have to look again, and then a couple extra moves there, which is unfortunate. Yo! What's up, S Squad? It's just an annoying case. Okay, solid, fine. Alright. Doing pressing the spacebar in the middle of your solve or splits is kind of aggressive. Like, if you really like, I don't know if you do it for every solve, but if you just wanted to do it for this, you could have just watched the video after, and we wouldn't have to interrupt your solve. I think it's like you could maybe use a foot pedal, but even then, I don't like practicing anything that you wouldn't really do in competition, like take splits if you're doing full solves. If you're doing full solves, you should do full solves like you do for real. I think it's kind of a weird thing to have, like, be used to doing. Well, yeah, I know you did it for splits. I'm saying, if you're recording it, like, you could watch the video later for splits, or you could get a foot pedal if you really want splits on like every solve. Again, these first 8 are quite nice. I think they're good. They're smooth. It's a little hard for me to track. Wow, nice. See, there you go. Like that case, you had a slice for a full bar, and that's what you're looking for. That's like a little easier. That was clearly the best option. You saw that. You had a 3-on-1 already built. You had the wing on the incorrect. So definitely, that was definitely the best option. That was good. Good using that. Another slice. So this is 3 slices. That was 3 slices for into parity for last 4. Also pretty easy, but good use. That was very efficient. I like that stuff. That was solid. Good work there. You execute those finger tricks pretty well, but they are a little sketchy on big cubes. Your finger tricks are overall pretty impressive for big cube non-friendly things, so I'll just go ahead and say it seemed fine, but yeah. Well, yeah, your edges, I don't know if the edges of this average was way better than normal, but yeah, your edges looked really solid. I'd recommend, wait, 21 on 3x3, that's really rough. That's really slow. 21 on 3x3, what do you average on, what do you average on 3x3 clqw? Because 21 is quite rough. That cross took a while. Like a lot of finger tricks that could probably be just like done faster with rotations. Like you kind of look like you're doing 3x3 moves, but in 21 just a lot. Maybe I'd recommend checking out doing some rotations plus 2-gen stuff. Much less risky. 12 to 15. Wow, 12 to 15 on 3x3. Okay. You gotta work on that, like definitively. Sub 3 minute on 7x7, while averaging probably a global of what 13 or 14 is your 3x3 time is actually hurting you. I know it's like not the most pressing thing in the world right now because you can draw time faster, but it is kind of a big deal. Like it's not that hard to get down to a 10-second average if you're already if you're good and stuff like you are right now. Recommend just doing like an average of 100, which doesn't take too long on 3x3 for every actual big cube session you do. You'll really kind of start dropping those times. And then you can even start, if you just want to do big cubes, you can just focus, do 3x3. Like, just do it, only do finger tricks that you do on big cubes, kind of like I do. Like, don't do any of those weird wide moves. Just do all extra rotations, 2-gen type of stuff for big cube, for 3x3 practice. That'll really help out your 3x3 tape specifically. Yeah, overall, really solid stuff from clqw. Really kind of a good example of how to turn at the correct speed for like your speed. Like your TPS matches how fast you are, which is really good. That's probably definitely the best thing I'd say so far. You can definitely try and experiment with like going a little bit faster, just kind of see how it feels to push it. Kind of push it to the point where you know you're not tracking well anymore, then kind of bring it back, kind of switch back and forth to that while you're practicing. Make sure, not before champs, but like after champs, kind of check out some of that stuff. Really good thing to kind of work on. Other than that, centers, like I mentioned, that rotation stuff's really got to stop. I wouldn't be building those 2x1, those 5x1s and 2x5s. Like, if you build 2x5 directly, that's fine, but building a 5x1, then another 5x1, also kind of working with what middle bar you're doing first, that can kind of get ironed out. Overall, centers as well, like the TPS does the TPS on centers and the edges kind of match, but the TPS on centers really kind of needs to be even faster than your edges. Like, centers are supposed to be so easy and, like, obvious that I really think a big part of why your centers are relatively a lot slower than your edges is because either you're not able to turn faster on them or you're not just comfortable with a couple of things. Like, I saw a couple of things like, oh, like, this is a bar case. You should be able to do this blind, and then you kind of build the 4x1, and then you looked again to build the 5x1. Kind of stuff like that you got to really just kind of know immediately, and then you kind of whip through those moves as opposed to being like pause and think again. That's just kind of something I see that's like maybe a little unfamiliar with some of the center cases. Maybe to really try get more familiar with those, really push the center TPS while the edges can really stay the same. Maybe a little faster, but I think that the edge TPS is really nice. Really good selection, good stuff on there. Last 4 edges definitely were pretty solid. Although out of the 3, 2 of them are really easy. The first one was fine after you got that first edge done, but the first edge was really inefficient. You did have a bad case in the first one, but you could definitely find something better. There's always usually a slice available or something else like that you can find. Maybe take a little more time on their bad cases to spend like looking and seeing what you got beforehand. And work on that 3x3 for sure. And that is that.